Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Amid all the furore over Donald Trump's plan to ban Muslims from the United States, it's rather different here. The first 50 Syrians will arrive in Wales this week as part of the government's resettlement programme. Our Home Affairs correspondent Andy Davies has been finding out how Ceredigion County Council in mid-Wales is preparing to welcome them.
On the west coast of Wales, beneath a slate-grey sky, the Cambrian mountains beyond, lies the town of Aberystwyth. It is here, amidst the old Victorian facades, that a new home now awaits the dozen or so refugees, soon to be swept in by the winds of a distant conflict.
Hello there. Oh, lovely.
The museum has become a donation point. A local group, Aberaid, issued an appeal, and in they come with pans, mugs and towels, one after the other, a conveyor belt of benevolence measured in blankets and bed linen.
I bought some bedding from home. More quilts here.
Is this yours? Did you bring this in yourself?
This is mine, and I bought some jam.
Oh, yes.
For the refugees.
Did you make that?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything we can do to help those people feel welcome in Aberystwyth is... I just feel it's just compassion, really. It's what I hope someone would do for me if I was in a similar situation.
It was 101 years ago that the people of this town welcomed another group of refugees, Belgians, fleeing the horrors of the First World War. And as the local paper at the time recorded, they cheered them into the train station, sang anthems at them at their hotel on the promenade there, even staged a welcome concert. Well, for the Syrians arriving here, it'll be a little bit different this time.
I've been offered the Cor Gobaith have asked me, can we sing to welcome them? But I'm sure they will be able to, but perhaps not in the first week.
The refugees are vulnerable, is the message, as the County Council here allows us a rare behind-the-scenes glimpse into the UK's nascent Syrian refugee programme, one not without political sensitivities.
There are some offers, where people want to celebrate their arrival. And there are obviously risks with that, I think, in terms of maybe a counter demonstration.
There are police here, health, education and job centre officials, the Red Cross too.
We have had an outpouring of support from the Aberystwyth University. Over 15 Arabic-speaking students have come forward to help us. And
coordinating it all from the council, Catherine Morgan. Just talk me through the Welsh phrases you've got in the welcome pack here.
So they've got bore da, prynhawn da, which is good morning and good afternoon.
She shows us the Welsh Government's draft Welcome to Wales guide, a sort of bespoke cultural highway code for the 50 Syrian refugees due in the country this week.
What does it say in public manners?
Do not throw litter on the floor or spit on the floor. If you need to sneeze or blow your nose, it is considered very good manners to use a tissue.
They will be among 1,000 Syrian refugees flying into the UK before Christmas, phase one of the 20,000 expected over the next 4 years. Vetted in the camps by the UN, we're told, vetted again by the Home Office.
You're the man who's going to pick up the refugees from the airport?
Yeah, there's two members of staff coming with me from the Red Cross office. We have 2 interpreters. We can sort them out.
Organising interpreters here has been contracted out to the Red Cross. They'll help with much of the initial settling in. English and Welsh lessons will be offered. GPs are allocated school places too, which leaves, finally, the question of where they'll live. For many here aware of the perennial social housing shortage, the most emotive issue of all.
Well, this is a flat we've got available for a family of 5 that will shortly be moving in.
Guy Evans runs the housing charity responsible for finding the refugees homes.
I mean, it's not exactly high-end luxury.
It isn't, but then again, it's not a tent in a camp in the Middle East, is it?
There's a box of donated toys for the 3 children who live here, a basket too of hats and scarves.
They'll probably be much needed in Aberystwyth in the winter, so...
And just to clarify, this family coming in here, occupying this property, will have no impact on those waiting locally for social housing, on the waiting list?
None at all. This isn't social housing, this is private sector accommodation, and all of the refugees will be placed in private sector accommodation.
Using the private sector here, a conscious decision by this council. It may be much more of a challenge for others.
We're not using social housing, so we're not taking housing away from local people. And as I say, we're not using local authority funding either. This money is coming direct from the Home Office from London. It's not even coming from Cardiff, so it's new money from them that would otherwise be spent on overseas aid.
Overseas aid funds, £460 million in total, have been set aside for all first-year resettlement costs. Councils will get further financial help in subsequent years. In this part of Wales, then, they're ready. Understated it may be, but their role in the story of the Syrian refugee crisis is just beginning.